Good evening, everybody. This is Jacquista Powell, and I want to welcome you all to the December 2nd, 2025 Edmondson Heights Civic Association Community Meeting. I am not going to wait for everyone to join us because it'll force them to watch us on YouTube. And I thank everyone who does take the time to watch on YouTube. Angela, if you don't mind letting me know when somebody's got a hand up, I'm going to move something in front here for me.
Okay.
Okay. I shared with you all briefly my screen, and it is as close to a new logo as I have. Um, I like it. It's coming along, but that's as close to what it's going to be as possible. Maybe only the sun will move. Um, but it's what I have is very little in way of being different from that. I'll show it again once if everybody else wants to see it when they come in. Um, I am going to start off because this time I have a lot. It's like an end of the year thing that I've got going, and I'm just gonna let go into what we um, have done this year and what we have coming up next year. I do know that we have family here, and if you guys have something that you want me to stop, or I'll just open the floor up and give time. So what it looks like, we have a decent amount of people in here because I really don't want to hold anybody. I know you have lives, and I have a pork chop waiting for me downstairs. Um, it's what's for dinner. Um, so one thing I want to bring up, starting us off, is interest in the board. If anyone is interested in joining the board, you must be a homeowner here to join the board. We want to in the future, which is we want to try to create like a junior board for young people who want to be involved in the community. But it's possible that we'll probably see if someone wants it to be a school project. And I'm just not going to take that on. We're not going to take that on right now. Um, so we have a new application for joining the board. And as I mentioned before, it's just so that there's a knowledge of who's able to do what. Um, it's I found it hard to ask people in the past or in the present. So what do you do? What what can you do for how can you help me help the community? I think we've actually asked it that way and haven't gotten the desired answers or any answers. But we do have an application. We have a board meeting later this week. I think it's Thursday, and I have to run it by the board. I think so far they say it's okay, but I want to run it by them first. And after that meeting, probably directly after, I'll send it out. If there's no changes that they want to be made, there's room on there for people who might want to just volunteer every now and then, or just want to stay posted or what have you. And we have how many hours per month is someone willing to donate to us? It's There haven't been a lot. We haven't asked a lot in the past, but it really would be nice to kind of pass some of these things off, um, so that I can feel like I've completed any of the missions that I've started here. We are currently in need of a secretary. We do need a treasurer, but we're thinking about hiring a CPA to get us in a place where we can just give it to a treasurer. Because right now, I'm I'm the treasurer, and it is not fun. Um, it is not. So we are looking for a treasurer. We are looking for a secretary, and of course, anyone who wants to be a voting member of the board, you are welcome. And I'll maybe email that out on Thursday. Like I said, if the board doesn't have any changes that they need made so far, I think they're fine. Moving on. Yes, the next We also have the board that has to vote on whether anyone needs a change in president. Um, that is what that is. I'll trade houses with you if you'd like to be president. It is perfectly fine. You can have the whole house. Yeah, our board will be having our final meeting with the board members that we have now. Uh, um, I'm going to learn to stop saying when I practice. With the board we have now, it'll be our last meeting with maybe all of us as a group, or we'll have added members. Not sure how it's going to go. Earlier this year, we had a couple of members to jump off for whatever their reasons were. And I think they just didn't have time to devote or give what we needed. And we do appreciate them nonetheless. We had Susie Twig, Sharon Davis, we had Ave Allen, and Alvet Chase. So I want to thank them officially for having served on the board this year. Angie, do you want me to throw it to you now, or do I go to my year in review?
You can go to your year in review.
Okay, I am gonna make it because we're gonna do this in an hour, y'all. Okay, so this year, 2025 in review, nothing really outstanding, just a lot of things. We cut things down to the minimum because, like I said, our board has been minimum, and so we've cut it down to dumpster days that were successful. We had a community cleanup. Um, that extended to throughout it started in the park and it went to the flower beds and it came down. I personally picked up trash along Harwalk. That was successful. We planted Black Eye Susans because they are native, and we removed the hostas from the flower bed in the park, and we gave those hostas to community members who were there and wanted some. I'd love to hear if any of them lived. Mine died and then came back to life. Not really sure how that happens, but um, I never questioned him. So that was working with Be Green, which is the Baltimore Greater Regional Environmental Equity Network. We had a survey done of the community, we asked residents how we wanted to see. What did we want to see changes in the community? What was it that we really envisioned for our community? And I am aware that most of us, if not all of us, when we get home, home is on the other side of our door. When we get in the house and we close the door, we're home. So it doesn't necessarily extend to the curb, but the curb is important also. And the things that we have going on, it's important. The litter, it's important. How the median looks, it's important. What's overgrown, it's important. It's important because I'm sure some of you have
What's
seen
going
the
on with you, Kat?
prices of our homes increase tremendously. And basically, it can happen here. It happens here because we have the covenant, because we have the guidelines. No one's following them, but that's one of those things that I need. I need a board to help me so that we can get these violations fixed in the near future. We have some people who have tried, and I do appreciate them. Um, but we have to get a hold of these, get these violations under control and figure out what color stain is proper for the porch. Not gray, not blue. I did get in I still wrote letters to the people with the blue porch, and hopefully something works out there. If not, I did send a warning. So that's how we're starting. We're starting with warnings, which they've been going out lately. And then we'll start with first notification. And I think it's up to 3, but we have to speak with an attorney. But we have to hire or get an attorney to take us on because apparently we are a lot. And we do have an attorney who's interested, but I needed to shop around a little bit. But I think if he's still interested, we're gonna go with him. Um, but it's gonna go from warning, fast track it to litigation. We have another spring and another summer coming up, and we've got no storm doors. We've got a couple of black storm doors. We've got a lot of things going on that I don't think you guys would have done that with Gwynn here. I'm just saying. Um, but there's as far as what we've done this year, yeah, we did a survey, and the few people who did take the survey, basically, I think I've said it a couple of times before, you want more color in the neighborhood, you want more flowers. So I implore any of you when the spring comes, or maybe now, more flowers so that in the spring we have more flowers. The community, we will do what we can do as far as adding color and getting some things, making some things look a little pretty around here, but we're not going to do a lot because a lot costs money. You also wanted to know what was expected of you, not necessarily you per se, but I'm sure you want to know what you can do to help the community and help us um, look a little pretty and just do slightly better. One, if everyone can just not get out of the car and throw your junk on the ground, that would be a start. I really would appreciate it. We also, after we did the survey, we had the Neighborhood Design Center, who we paid from the grant funding that we have. I guess I didn't put that in there. We did have grant funding for this. This did not come out of our pockets. They did a virtual meeting to present the findings, and they did I did forget because I was told that I needed to give the presentation, but the presentation was already given for what everyone wanted, and we ended up with something that we can present to any of our community leaders to say, this is what we're striving for, this is what we need your help with doing for our community. Um, Community cleanup, like our Susan's hospice was given away. This is my checklist. We also had a community event. We had a master gardener come out and give us a discussion, and it was really neat on native plants and the importance of native plants. And we got to make seed balls, which was very neat. I need to plant mine right away because they are in the refrigerator. And just how we can do our own gardening, and it was just a really neat presentation. We did give away fall gardens. Last year we gave away spring gardens, or summer. Last summer we gave away summer gardens. This time we gave away fall gardens. It would have been very nice for those of you who signed up to join us. But either way, it was successful because I never expect for anyone to show up. So for those of you who did, thank you. Um, we are let's see, we had the giveaway, the board members that left. That is, we did not participate in National Night Out this year because we were tired. Um, we actually, we didn't think anyone would really be interested, and we'd like to do things that the community is interested in, or nothing. So we chose nothing. We didn't do National Night Out. We did want to do something following it though, but I think we were still just tired, and no one really put up a fuss. And it's what do we call this? Um, Sometimes we call it nice nasty, but to stop being nice nasty, I would really like to just say we do want to do what is best for the community. We are trying. So if you sign up to join us for something, we had a sign up list. Join us, please. By all means, we had tables. So anyone who saw it this fall on the school ground, we had tables and chairs set up, and we saw people driving by and watching us, and but no one stopped. And it would have been nice. Just okay. But we have to, as a part of the grant that we have from the Chesapeake Bay Trust, we do have to educate the community on green spaces, the environment, and the like. Um, Also, so far this year, we have collected, as of maybe last Friday, we have collected $9,980 in association dues, and we have probably spent it all. Um, we have, let's see, spoke with the attorney who gave us some suggestions on, she couldn't take us, her name was Diana Khan. She couldn't take us on, but she gave us um, advice on what we could do before we went on to hire someone else. And we are working on, that's the streamline, yeah, we're streamlining the process of litigating. So as I said before, it's you get a warning, you get a first notification, second, third. So we have to do it so that it's fair across the board and no one thinks, oh, for some reason Jacquista doesn't like me and she's picking on me and my blue porch. But I am not. I promise you I'm not. Um, so that's one of the suggestions, and that's what we're working on. That document is also pending. I just need to take it and make it, um, just go through it. It's really good. But we have to do that. And I think I'm going to put it in the newsletter so we make sure that it gets out to everyone. I think that's fair. Um, so I'm working on that list. The pet waste stations are up. Finally, I know, I've been promising for a million years, but they are up. There is one on the corner of Newfield and Langford, and yeah, there's one there. Newfield asked for it. It was asked for it in that location. I say this way because I've already had concern about maybe someone will not know what to do with their waste and they'll put it in the mailbox. I say, who's to say they weren't doing that in the first place? I know that they were putting them in, that people were putting their bags in the hedges of that homeowner's property, and she really wanted to stop. She's got wine bottles, she's got all kinds of things that go into her hedges, and he's cutting them down. And we worked with her. We put the we put the station there. There is one outside of the park at the entrance, of the park, and there's one on the inside of Edmondson Heights Park. The All of them except for the one on the inside of the park have been emptied. Emptied them myself. We will hire a company to do this. We just need to figure out how often it needs to be done for the amount that they want to charge us. But for the record, there's no intentions of having a summer full of stinky waste that you have to pass by and things of the sort. Um, a lot of thought has been put into this. Sometimes I would like a little bit of trust, have a little bit of faith in us. Um, that is Let me see. I have created a new map of the community. It's probably a bit much, I'm not sure. But instead of the one that was drawn, I don't know if some of you received that before, but it was drawn and we would send it out normally in a welcome packet to new residents. And it may be on our website, but we have a new one now. I figured some stuff out. And once my brain gets to something, I figured it out. We have a new and better map, along with the logo that I was working on there. My hands are in a lot of things. The last thing I want to say before I think I'm going to pass it to the vice president is that I had an idea. As you know, I have a lot of them, but I think this one is good. It's not a photo contest, but if I know winter's coming, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get snow, and I've visited. There's another Facebook page for people who grew up in Edmondson Heights, and they share pictures of when they grew up here and everything. And I thought it was really neat. And I was hoping that at some point we could start something where residents have pictures they may want to add to our website. It's how you see the community, how your kids see the community. Um, None of the bad stuff, because I'm not playing that. But just to archive and for in the future, 10, 15, 20 years from now, people can go, oh my God, look at the clothes they wore. They were so ugly, but look at our community. This is what it used to look like. I hope that Emerson Heights continues to do well in the future, but I'd like to have someone see how it looks now. So if anyone has pictures in the winter, anytime we will take them and we will put them on, we'll have them added to the web page. And if someone has something from the winter, whether snow, not snow, I was thinking that maybe someone may have a picture that they want to make next year's holiday card. I'm just throwing it out there. If you have it, we'll work on it and we'll see. I think it would be so much more personal than what we do, and it would have neighbors be interested in getting involved. I hope you think the same way. You don't have to go out there now because I already got the pictures of the pumpkins, but which they're gone and nobody gets that. I'm sorry. But that is Edmondson Heights as far as I remember it in 2025. Does do any of our extended family have anything that they want to add? You guys are smiling. Bit.
I do
Well,
know that um the Delegates is having an event on the third, so I don't want to brief on
Right.
or at least tell the community about that flyer because they are actually here. So I'll let them speak on that if they like.
Yes, they are. Look at there.
I'm,
Look at there.
hi everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to see you all finally. I always have to see Fatima lately over to you all because I always have something else to do. Nonetheless, happy holidays to everyone. We are on on this Thursday, which is actually the 4th. We're having a Christmas tree lighting over in the Woodlawn Village area from 6 to 7:30, 8 o'clock really. If anyone's familiar with over there where Monaghan's is and our senior center on Woodlawn Drive and Gwynn Oak, where the police department is, on that field right behind there. So we'll be doing our Christmas tree lighting over there at 7:45-ish, 7:30, 7:45. But before that, we are going to be enjoying festivities in the inside. We have Woodlawn High School coming to give us a few holiday renditions. We are going to be doing some community heroes recognition. We're going to also have, of course, Santa will be there and we'll be taking pictures. We also have craft table that the AKAs will be maining for me this year, fortunately, as our volunteers. We have we have giveaways and we'll have a community resource table there as well. And we'll have pizza. Pizza Bolies will be donating pizza, and Monaghan's will be donating hot dogs and chips to the community. I think we are supposed to also have a hot chocolate truck, but it wasn't confirmed as of yesterday. I'll have to catch up tomorrow. But if anyone in the neighborhood or you all want to come through, I would love to see you in person to our annual Christmas tree lighting festivities. I think that was it.
And if I
Thank
could,
you for that.
so if I could We probably should have done this in the reverse order, but if I could raise something a little less festive and a little less joyous, we do tomorrow night have a meeting at Woodlawn High School about a potential data center that may be coming to our community, right at like a Woodlawn Drive across from the Social Security Administration, at Parallel Drive near the U-Haul and Morningstar Baptist Church, right there. That property, there's a private developer that wants to build a data center there. And so we don't know a lot about it yet, but the good thing is that we're early enough in the process that we have an opportunity to influence things. So we have a meeting tomorrow night at Woodlawn High School, at 6:30 p.m. in the Woodlawn High School auditorium. We have a panel of speakers who will give information about data centers, about the economic impact, the environmental impact, the energy, what it means for your electric bills, and just general information about data centers. And we will share what we know about the project, and give you an opportunity to provide feedback and ask questions. So I hope you all can make it. I'll put the link to the registration form in the chat. So that's tomorrow night, but then we can be more joyous on Thursday night.
On the next night. There we go.
All right,
I'm hearing myself double.
I just want to remind the community about locking their cars. We know it's winter time and people want to preheat their cars, but if you don't have an automatic starter, I wouldn't suggest that because vehicles left unattended running are targets to be stolen, and there's a citation for that. Don't leave your valuables visible in the car. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Theft of vehicles off the Security Boulevard communities have increased, but the patrol has been making lots of arrests in those cases. If you have I guess it's a club, what we used to call it, I would suggest you put those on, especially if you have one of the easily target cars. You don't want them to just think they can get your car and then your window is broken, you have destruction of property and all that. If they see that club is there, they know that they cannot get the car. And that's all I wanted to remind you guys about some vehicle theft prevention tips.
Okay. Somebody's on twice. Has two Zooms going. Let's see. Might be. I see.
I think I corrected it. Is that better?
Let's see. Is it better? Better.
Yeah,
Better,
I can only. I think it's better.
Okay. Kimberly, you want up next? Wait, before that, guys, I don't know if you are familiar, but she's been in our meetings most of the time. Officer McCaskill is retiring. She is tired of our stuff, and she is retiring. I think she's got 2 weeks left. I think the 20th, 19th and 20th.
It's Officer Helfenstein that's retiring.
Well, what did I say to Officer McCaskill then? That was an interesting conversation. Okay. Officer Helfenstein, who is here. You don't have to, I know you're in your PJs and that's weird. So I do apologize. Maybe I'm telling you something you didn't know about. Maybe it's booked up. Officer Helfenstein, thank you so much, Officer Alicia Helfenstein. Thank you for so much that you not only with Officer Benz Clark and Officer McCaskill do for us. You guys have been our constant. You guys have had there's been majors or sergeants or colonels or whoever come and go, and they come in and they sit for a minute and then they go, but you guys have been a constant for us, and I've enjoyed working with you. Whatever you do when you retire, do it good, or else get to living or get to dying. Not to, but thank you so much for everything you have done for our neighborhood. So
Thank you,
yeah, Officer
Jacquista.
McAlee, you're welcome. Just um I don't know why. And I wrote McAwiki because it's fun to say probably. But yes, Kim, do you want to go? Kimberly. Kimberly. Okay, never mind. Okay, just let me know. Just let me know. Um, Angela, you
So
you
since
want the show?
yeah, I'll jump in here since Kimberly
I'm
didn't
here.
say
I
any.
just couldn't find the
Okay,
mute.
alrighty. So I'll mute. Go ahead,
Yes,
Kimberly.
Miss
Okay.
Kimberly.
But just really briefly, so last meeting we announced a food drive in the Emerson Heights community, and we were able to come together and rally. And so, by all accounts, I do believe that we had a successful food drive because of those who mentioned or expressed their need, they were all served. Their needs were met. So we were able to across. Three different, I guess, like organizations and such feed 15 families. There were a ton of volunteers that have come out. We even had volunteers or donors from the Walmart on Route 40, came through the Safeway on Route 40 as well as countless numbers of neighbors who came out and said hello and made their donations over the 3 weekends that we had. So not only were we able to feed families in the Emerson Heights community with a focus on our elderly neighbors, but we also were able to provide donations to staff and families at Emerson Heights Elementary School, as well as Fair Springs Senior Living community around the corner from us as well. So congratulations. And so I just wanted to thank everybody for pulling together as a community and just making sure that our neighbors were taken care of this holiday season and able to enjoy a warm meal that we all deserve. So, yeah.
You're muted, Jacquista.
Jacquista.
Thank you, Kimberly.
I am on mute. I was saying thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. No thanks to me. I'm sorry. Um, Mother Hubbard's plate is full. Um, but yes, thank you. And in the future, I think we should remember to extend ourselves to the living facility, the senior facility, on St. Agnes. They have been quite lovely to us. Um, yes, Delegate McCaskill. I'm nervous about saying things now. You're on mute. You're muted.
I just wanted to add on January 13th, next month, our scholarship in my office will be open. Scholarship for higher education opens on the 13th of next month. I'll make sure Fatima actually touch bases with you all to remind you and send you the link. But it actually opens up for high school students in the 12th grade, and also for those who are already in continuing education, and opens up on the 13th of next month.
Okay. How about for a couple of old people who just think about doing?
It's for
I'm just,
everybody.
I'm
It's
just
for
asking.
everybody.
I was asking for a friend.
Excuse me, what is the Christmas event? I didn't get to write that date down.
It's on December the 4th. That's Thursday.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
The
I put it in the
flyers in the
chat. That's
chat.
why.
Okay.
it's in the chat, Michelle.
Okay.
That
Oh,
lovely Christmas. Yes, lovely. She put it in there. Um, um, yeah, I think I'm thrown about it. As thrown as Officer Makawiki. So I do have a couple of things that I have. I have a couple of things from this year and the past years that I do feel like I just haven't. I may have started some things and not finished. There's been a lot. Normally, this position is done by retired people, and I 1000% understand why. Um, my brain has been busted, it has been drugged through the mud. But I promise you, I have been working on behalf of this community. I promise. Um, so as I was mentioning, there are a couple of things. I said it because there's things that I feel like that have been started and have gone undone, or they're not yet completed. I'll put it that way, give myself a little bit of credit. That haven't been completed, that I'd like to give priority to different things. But as I said, the board is bare and I need some help. So, um, with that being said, in the upcoming year, what I am looking at on the agenda for the upcoming year is I already mentioned that we will be looking for a CPA to handle our books and an attorney. As far as uh, our taxes are concerned, like I've been doing that paperwork and it all comes out like, yes, this is fine. And I just want to make sure. That's just something I just want to make sure that um, when my brain is fried, it's not affecting our books or it's not affecting, yeah. Um, but I'm doing the best I can. We're looking to hire a CPA and an attorney separately. I'm looking to have violations corrected. If not, there's a lot of doors, storm doors and porches, and we're having more windows that are incorrect. I talk about that all the time, but that is something I would like to see start. It like mass, just it just starts being completed. It starts being corrected. I did mention that I was interested in any pictures you all may have um, that we could use on next year's Christmas card. I already said most of this stuff. One thing that I did not say that we left off of in our last meeting was having a way to send out text messages through the community. And we have looked at that. We just did like a practice, but if there's only 2 or 3 people on the practice, it's like, did we really practice? Uh, we will continue to figure out what is what with that. We think we have some phone numbers, but anybody, that's just going to be up to you guys to make sure that we have your information. We have phone numbers, some phone numbers, we have some email addresses. Both of them, some of them are fake. It's up to you. It's up to you how you want to be notified about different things. I am not interested in texting about just random things. There are things that, hey, we've got this event coming up. Just reminders, things like that. I'm not trying to talk. Um, I also mentioned before that in the spring we are looking to have a community yard sale. People have been asking for it. I said the last time I said no more, that's it. And ask anybody who knows me, I'm a sap. And yeah, so we're gonna try one more time. We're gonna change the location, and we're gonna do it on Sunset. We're gonna try to use the school, use the area near the basketball court on in a shaded time of year, probably April, May. But we also have dumpster day coming up too, and I don't want to see you all 2 weekends in a row. So, April dumpster day, maybe May yard sale. Uh, and we have, I may have mentioned before. Yes, I'm just reading. Um, we are part, we've put in our information as being a part of a larger grant opportunity with the Be Green Coalition. And what we asked for, and I probably say this every time I mention something like this, that once when I started as president, someone from a neighboring community asked me about jobs, like summer jobs and things like that for kids. And I don't care about that. I need a job myself. But what we did put in for, because I am interested in opportunities. And we will hopefully be able to offer 6 people from Edmondson Heights an opportunity to attend a training. It's Angela, remind me, 6 week or 9 week training.
I believe
It
it's
is a
for
paid training.
it is a paid training, and it is for I think they haven't finalized the timing of it, but I do believe it's for 6 weeks. So the individual will go in for this training, and it's in reference to our increasing our green space. So they will go and they will learn techniques of how we could maintain it specifically on within the park, and then surrounding in our green spaces, and that individual will then come back and offer that training that they actually received to the actual community, so that way we won't have to outsource when it comes to trying to maintain our green space. And I think it should allow us, well, neighbors, more interest in if they see someone from the neighborhood that's coming in, and we can all work along together just to improve it. So it's not only to improve the park, but it's also just to have knowledge to do something around the house, around your home, as well as around your neighbors. Because I think once we learn how to take care of our property, then we can very well take care of the surrounding green spaces, or have an interest to take care of it more so if we got that training, or if they got their training and came back. So that would be one of the requirements, that they would have to come back and share with us what they
Donate
actually learned.
hours to come back and donate hours. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah. And it's the when it I heard that it was my idea, which it sounds brilliant, probably is my idea. But one thing that I did want to do is that we're a green community. We have nothing but grass and trees and what have you. And there's young people who are hanging out, that instead of hanging out, they could be learning something. They could be working in the community, and it's skills that they can take away from here. There's skills that they can start their own business with if they want. Um, not just kids. I'm sorry, it's not just kids. It's whoever. And what our plan B to this, if we are granted this award, if we're awarded this grant, our plan B, because as I've mentioned before, so nice nastily, that we do have things that people don't show up for in the community. And this will not be held in the community. It will actually be held on, the training will be at a church, still Meadow on Frederick Road. So they'd have to have transportation to get there. I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. But it's so that people have something that they can work with their hands and do. Not everybody is, not everyone's going to college, not everyone's, no, save your money. And you can, I mean, landscaping is an opportunity, but the plan B to that is to offer the opportunity to students at West, uh, um, Western Technical, Western Tech, the high school. It's that it does vocations. Hopefully I got that right. I haven't talked to them in a while, but I'm going to talk to them about this once we are sure, because we should hear. They said probably late this year, early next year we will hear if we've got that. We'll get that funding. So our plan B is to offer it to environmental students at Western Technical High School. Um, Another thing that I have is that, and I have to discuss it with the board yet again. I mean, there's just things. Um, is that I was thinking, and maybe that was just me, that the community, we could stand to have like a pickup truck, just something that we can collect things from storage and use for different things around the community. Not something glamorous and not looking for a whole note, but something that will help us move things around. What we have is, and I did skip for some reason, what we have, what we're offering, perhaps in the spring, but we have to figure out some how to get it done. What we're offering is we kind of have a small tool bank that we were able to get tools to help with gardening and taking care of large spaces or taking care of spaces. We were able to get tools through the grant that we received. That basically, with the grant, we were able to get things that would sustain us after Be Green has gone on and they've picked another green space. So we should be able to, we've gone through education, we've made purchases of different tools, and what we should be able to have are people who are interested in using those tools on the community somehow. So we haven't figured out how to have a loan system, um, or as a renting system, because I don't want to have to really take anybody's house just to get back like a weed whacker or something like that. It's that serious though. So that is something that we're working on. We're working on offering uh hopefully in the spring. But also, like I said, as we're moving things around and we're using Angela's personal vehicle, and that's not gonna last too long. She is not going to have too much of that, but it's not fair to her. So if there's something, or if someone has another suggestion or what have you, we'll take it. But I do want to talk to the board about just getting something that we can. I don't necessarily want to have to stop it with my foot, but just something that we can use to move around the neighborhood without messing up anybody's vehicles. And thank you, Angela, for that. It is much, much, much appreciated. You and your detailed skill, your skills of detail. One last thing that I have is that, and I also have to discuss this. I think I've already discussed it with the board, and we're just going to do it. Next year, I would like to start having meetings, not just these meetings, but meetings, community meetings where everyone is able to have input on how we amend the guidelines. Yeah. The guidelines are outdated. I have been told, and I have read them, and I have noticed. But I need to source it out to the community, because it's not just I. I'm not the only property here. And if we leave it up to me, it'll be just another thing that I haven't been able to accomplish. So we're just going to open it up and try to start work on having meetings with the community for this particular purpose. We'll put out what the guidelines. I think everyone gets to see the guidelines. There's other documents that I would like to work with the board. We discussed amending other documents and just getting things updated. So that's kind of where I am in this. That is upcoming 2026. And I'll say the last thing again before opening up the floor is if anyone wants to be nominated, you want to nominate yourself, you want to nominate a friend, you want to nominate a neighbor for president, you can have the house. See, that's the only clean part in here. I'm saying that's the organized part in here is what you see behind me. So if anybody wants the job, you can have it. Let me move this. But at the same time, I have appreciated being president of the association and working on behalf and advocating on behalf of Edmondson Heights. I wish I could do better. It is what it is. I just have my own standards. The community, I get community support, and you guys are absolutely great. And but there are things that I would like to have the opportunity to do and to get through before I just jump ship, because just eventually. And then I'll do it for another 25 years. But so that is that. And I'm opening up the floor.
Okay, so Jacquista, I'm finally gonna get my say before we open it up to everyone to speak. Just before then, I've been noticing a increase of store carts in the neighborhood. Um, so that's just an FYI. Please leave the carts at the store and purchase a small cart for yourself to bring your groceries home, so that way we won't have to coordinate with the powers to be to get those carts back to the store. And then we don't want that to junk up our neighborhood because you wanted to bring home your groceries from the store. So kindly leave those carts where they are at the store. And another is trash in the alley. Um, the workers have a lot to do with picking up our trash. So I think for us, we need to at least bag our trash up properly. So that way, if it's not um, our trash, like I had to go out and pick up my neighbor's trash because they left some of their personal unmentionable things in the alleyway and I had to pick them up. So I just want us to tie our bags up a little tighter so we won't, so someone won't have to come up and pick up your unmentionables in the alleyway that you didn't tighten up your bag with. And then the other one is I know we all love our dogs, walking them and having them out in the community. But one thing that everyone is not pet friendly, and then they're scared of them. So it's a gentleman that walks around with his dog off the leash because he says he's trained. I was coming home with one of my friends and there were some kids outside and they saw the dog and the dog startled them. And instead of the owner telling the dog to come on, the dog just stood there and froze. So the kids was just starting to run around. And the first thing a dog is going to do, whether he's trained or not, he sees somebody's running off, they're going to run off too. So it's the law. It should be on the leash. I don't care how well trained he is. He knows his routine and all of that. He needs to be on a leash at all times. There shouldn't be no excuse where he's leaving this neighborhood, this area, and then walking over by the school, because once he gets at the school, he puts the dog on the leash. And then when he's walking him back, he takes the dog off the leash and they walk back around to their house unleash, and it's not safe because everyone is not pet friendly and they don't have motor skills sometimes to be moving, trying to get away from your dog. And then the dog doesn't know that it's not playtime, or the kids are going to run off anyway because they scared of the dog. So this is not something that I heard of. This is something that I actually witnessed. So I wish this individual, at this point, I think it's either something is going to have to come directly, and it's not a hearsay thing. It's directly something that was seen. So it needs to come from us. Put your dog on a leash, or we could then report it. That you literally have your dog off the leash, and it's now becoming a nuisance in the neighborhood. At least for what I see, and this is just my story. So I imagine other individuals have possibly had an action with this individual with, and it's sometimes the owner's not paying attention. He's on the phone, he's distracted. It's a lot of variables that's going on, and I've seen the dog before I seen the owner. So he's not in arm's reach of that dog. So he needs to be on a leash at all times and not just when he's up at the school. And then the last thing, I'm not quite sure if you guys have heard of the BG Home Quick Energy Checkup. And if you haven't, it's a good idea to reach out to them to actually see if they would come in. So it's every 5 years that you can get it. I literally just called, and I'm not due for it until the 26th. And what they do is they come in and check, replace your shower heads, check the piping and the things that you have wrapped around piping, the light bulbs, just how your energy is flowing through the house. And then they make recommendations where you actually, if you haven't had your attic weatherproofed, it's a good idea if
I
you
used to
haven't.
work for that program.
Oh, wow, great. So
I used to work for that program when I was employed. I used to work for it. It's a legitimate program. It's a legitimate program. It is given by the Department of Housing and Community Development. Even if it's kind of an income based, but everyone, because we all pay into it, you do have the capability of getting there's a kit, there's a shower head and things like that. But yeah.
Only thing they're not doing giving out anymore is the power strips. Because they gave out really nice power strips. Because I thought it was literally just based for seniors. Because my mom had it done, like the individuals that live around in Fair Spring, a couple of them had it done. So I was like, well, let me call. And then when I called, I was like, and they give out valuable information about things that we should be doing. Like I never thought to put like the cover on the pipes inside of the basement, so it keeps them from freezing, and all of that, and it keeps the pipes warm. Some of the things I just learned, and then like the corners of where the airflow was coming in, if it was like spider webs or something there, that the air was flowing through the house. I was like, wow, that was a lot of valuable information I got from that. So I just wanted to share that on with you guys if you haven't heard of it. So it was like, for some parts of the segments of the meetings, I'm going to be bringing information that we actually can use as homeowners that will increase our property and things that we could be doing for those that are in homes. Some of us are doing what my mom says, walking in man folk shoes, taking care of plumbing and things and stuff like that. So that's just a valuable tidbits for us trying to maintain our properties. That's all I have.
A couple more things. Yeah, Thor and I had a dog come out of the house and run up on us. And it was on the 1600 block of Kirkwood. And neither one of us were paying attention. We were paying attention to the dog in front of us, who was paying attention to the dog behind us, who was much bigger. And he just ran out of the house. And someone came to the door and they called him back and he didn't come. And a standoff between him and Thor. I don't think he was looking for a fight, but Thor was ready to bring one. I'm just saying. And it was a situation that I wish hadn't happened because that could have gone any kind of way. that could go any kind of way. So I really want to ask everyone to kind of be careful. Thor has gotten out. Thor has done his damage. So it's not just it's not just I understand how it can happen. Also on this 1400 block of Kirkwood, I don't know if any of you are Game of Thrones fans, but I am, and I think my favorite character is Lady Olenna, and she says, "Tell Cersei it was me." Well, 1400 block of Kirkwood, it was me. It was me. I moved your traffic cones and the things that you had reserving parking spot. It's at night and you come home and you probably want to blame somebody else. I started to leave you a note, but anyway, this is the note. It was me. We did put in the newsletter how much ticket is to for being caught, putting that there, and you can just see it as me saving you a ticket. That's what I did. But yes, it was me. I don't take it back, and I'll do it again. Um, so the floor is open. The floor is finally open. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Anybody?
Um, I just wanted to. Is somebody else speaking?
No, Delegate Ruth is leaving.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Um, Now, okay, I'm having a senior moment right now. It just went, but like I said, so far, I'm just new coming to the meetings, and I know you pretty much like an octopus. So I know you're getting tired because your arms and you got more to do than, and actually you need a assistant with you. But like I said, so far what you're trying to do, I just wanted to say that part. But one other, when is the best time to call you and text you? Because a lot of times I don't get a response back. And only once that you did, you just went on and told Kim that I said I was trying to deliver. I saw her, but I didn't get a response from you. When I look and see that you have an opening, I said, what's going on here? you know.
Yeah, I'm not dead. I'm just pretending. Um, I have a tendency to not be at the phone. I am. I mean, you can text me anytime. You can
I mean, I
text me.
text you
Texting me.
and I didn't get a response and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
I
did
just
just forward it. I did just forward because there were others to forward to Kim. So
mm,
I texted you as I texted her. I
yeah,
texted the what I needed to text, and I didn't get back
yeah,
to you. And I'm sorry.
yeah.
Blame it
Because
on my head and not my
one
heart.
I know we dealt with before. I just wanted to know. I think I'm covered as far as my dues. All of, I think 25 is paid for. I just want to make sure I pay my stuff in advance. Okay. So if you can tell me where I
I'll let you
left
know.
off, yeah, where I left off at, and I'll just go ahead and do what I have. And I wanted to call Kim back. I actually had a whole turkey, 20-pound turkey, and something else, but I couldn't carry it. It was too heavy for me.
Oh,
So I had to give it the seed school that is sponsored by I think the Ravens, the Orioles, and BGE Constellation. So when 'cause I told you I'm a bus attendant for that. So when they went to get all the stuff here, and whatever the kids and stuff didn't want, you know, I guess it might be two or three in the same family. They only just took one, and I was like, no, this got to go. I couldn't carry it because I was going to bring it to Kim. I told her that I was whatever I get. But I am looking forward to um, having a yard sale. I really am because I already confessed that I'm a hoarder, and I have a lot of stuff um, that I would like to put out there. But right now, I'm just giving away stuff, you know. But I have plenty that I want to try to get a little chicker change, you know.
yeah. I will keep you of I'll definitely keep you abreast of that situation.
And who does the decorations around here? Because I was gonna take it to um the thrift store. I have a lot of artificial flowers. So whoever does that, or if you have a thing where people pick out and put out there, because I honestly believe I was bitten by a spider, and now I have a permanent birthmark look. So anything that goes in the yard, I'm looking for a landscape that I want to clear out my front. I want to have low maintenance. And then also I seen a tarantula in my house, and that was horrible. And I didn't catch him. So I hadn't seen him for 3 to 4 months. So hopefully he went back outside or my cats got to him. But when I saw that thing on my wall, bigger than my hand, okay, I was ready to
Should
move.
have shot it.
I was in shock. So, but now I have a hammer and some spider spray. So if he decides to come back out, so I have not
Okay.
slept in my bedroom for 20 months. So,
Oh,
like I said, I don't know where he went to. Okay, so it was hopefully the cats wanted, but normally when cats get things, they leave it out for you. You know what I'm saying? I got him.
he probably just went to go potty. That's all. He
Oh, and
came in the potty. That's all. See how you were doing or something.
yeah, yeah, I don't like that. I almost wanted to shop. But and also there's another program, a weatherization program. I let it get away from me, but other people who have used this program, once I get the link, they will replace refrigerators, furnaces, all this stuff like
They
that.
can. They can. Don't say they will.
They
They
can.
can.
They can. Well, anyway, the people that I've known that use it, they have. Okay. And it's free.
Okay.
I wish somebody told me when I lost my refrigerator and waiting for Sears for replacement. I had coolers in my dining room for 8 months, living without a refrigerator.
Well, when you remember who that is, let me know and I'll share it with everybody.
Okay, I sure will. I'm waiting for my girlfriend because I had filled out the application. They come and do your windows and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I got to go and look this website too. I got the people came in and put in free smoke detectors and all through the house. And I
You
believe,
can get smoke detectors from the fire department too,
no,
if
no,
you didn't
no,
know.
no, 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 not no more. Okay. It's through somebody else now. It's not the fire department. It used to be.
Okay.
So when I went to these people, and they give you stuff to post up, um, I forgot where it's at. I have to look for it because it's and they give you little things to put out, a home fire escape plan to put on the wall and
Right.
sounds of alarm and your solar energy world and all this so kind of no, that's something different.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, but they came in and they installed smoke detectors in every area, and
Okay.
that was free. But it
Sounds
was the
good.
fire department, but then they
Okay.
stopped, and then they referred me to these people. Okay, and
Okay.
that's pretty much it. But like I said, if I have to get somebody to help me to go up in my ad, I have massive Christmas decoration. I'm willing to give that to y'all. I just need somebody to go up there and get it. Okay.
We done cut the trees down. We cut the bushes down, and well, we have a couple bushes left. We're hoping to cut those down so that all the bushes in the median they can start growing at the same rate, and we
Mhm.
can maintain them better. It turned out that maybe you didn't know some shrubs you don't cut them, or trees you don't cut them across the
Mhm.
top. You let them grow upward, and we had them cut across, and that wasn't the right thing to do. So those are going to be those are we're hoping to let those grow. Some people are not happy about those being cut, but we're hoping to let them grow at the same rate, and we can take care of them. They will grow back. As we saw this past spring, they will grow back. We didn't kill them. We didn't kill them. That's my accent. So, does anybody have anything else? Okay. My pork chop is cold.
Yeah, I was going to wonder when that pork chop was going to.
Yeah, it's yeah. I didn't want to show up with a whole greasy face when I came to you, but my pork chop is getting cold, and I want to wish you all a safe and happy rest of this month, rest of this year, happy holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate or you don't celebrate or acknowledge. I want to thank you for showing up this year for me. You all have made this worthwhile. You guys are funny. And I want to thank the people who show up and they rewatch afterwards after we put the link out in their comments. Thank you so much. Yeah, I want everybody to Miss Bronzella, you still have some wreaths left?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, Thursday at Woodlawn Senior Center, we're having a craft display of our wreaths and everything at Woodlawn Senior Center from 10 to 2. So come on by and you may see something for your front door or inside door and to decorate. And I've been working my head off with decorating, doing wreaths or whatever. So come on by Thursday between 10 and 4 at Woodlawn Senior Center.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you for hanging out with me. Actually, most of you have been hanging out with me all year. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
I do. Angie, if you have nothing else, and I have nothing else, but Thor, if you have nothing else, they've been running in and out of here. Then I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you see fit.
And my birthday, 2 days after Christmas.
And birthday.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Angela, who is turning ageless again. She is celebrating. I think she's taking a whole week to celebrate it. She's one of those people. Taking a month. So happy birthday to
I celebrate all months, but yeah. That
well,
whole
most
week.
people forget mine because it's 2 days after Christmas. So
my mom's is this week, and I'm sending her amaryllis bulbs, and she'll get one like every week until Christmas. They should bloom at Christmas or something, but she likes stuff like that.
Okay.
But it got so happy birthday, Merry Christmas. I will see you all in the new year. Be safe, please. Turn your front porch lights on. Get your tags renewed so I don't have to keep calling Officer Benz Clark telling her that y'all got some tags that are just ridiculous. And happy retirement to Officer McCaskill. I wish you the best from us to you. Good night, everybody. Good
night.
Year.
Good
See
night.
you next year.
Happy holiday, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
You still said the wrong officer name again.
Well, Helfenstein.
I thought it was
Officer Helfenstein is.
Okay. Go get your pork chop.
I'm going to get my pork chop.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Good night,
Okay.
everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.